Geekazine's special coverage of HP Discover 2011 is brought to you by Iolo System Mechanic. Go over and use the code Geekazine for up to 50% off System Mechanic 10. And Wirecast. Produce all your video straight from your computer right to the internet with Wirecast. Go over to geekazine.com and click on the link. Of course, Geekazine is a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network. Over at techpodcast.com. If it's tech, then it's here. All right, continuing coverage of HP Discover. Jeffrey Powers. We're down here in the Blogger Lounge with Ashish Kuthiala. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much, Jeff.
All right, and you're dealing with HP systems, and tell us a little bit about what you're working on.
Sure. So I work for HP Software, and I run the product marketing team for our network management center and network automation. These are enterprise level software solutions that we sell to our customers to be able to manage their network environments. So, as you see today, customers' network environments are becoming very complex, both in volume as more devices come online, as well as a lot of complexities. Video traffic is growing, multicast traffic is growing, you have cloud, virtualization, and there are, teams struggling to, kind of manage this at a very proactive manner. The fact that, say, your shopping cart has gone down and then, people are calling your customer service and telling you that we can't shop, your brand is damaged, you've lost money. So you want to manage this very, very proactively. And it's very complex. You have to look at, is the network available? Is it performing? Is it configured properly? Is it compliant with all the regulations like HIPAA and SOX? So a lot of different functions go into managing your network. And today, a lot of different customers are using many different point tools in a war-like, room with different teams trying to figure out how this adds up together and how to solve these problems. So HP Software actually offers an automated network management solution that basically brings it down into one single pane of glass, and you can manage networks, as low as 25 devices to millions of devices, like today we have in our customer base.
Okay. I wish I would have had that back when I was doing this type of stuff. We'd had the simple tools for network management, but nothing too complex and easy to use, especially. And I'm assuming this is something you don't have to have HP servers. You can actually hook up to other devices.
No, absolutely. So, the underlying servers, we support many different platforms, but you install our software and then you can manage the network over it. So, one of the things that is really good about this is, using one instance of our software on one server, you can actually manage 25,000 devices or up to 1 to 2 million, interfaces. That's a big network today that you're talking about, all from a single server, right? And the server can be anything, it can be Windows, Linux, other things. It's the software that we're talking about. It gives you the capability to manage these network devices. So network devices are getting very complicated, and they're getting very intelligent. What really, actually distinguishes them is the software that you run it with. How do you manage it? Can you see what the trending is? Can you control, so every Monday morning, if the traffic utilization is, 80%, it's normal. People are coming in, checking their email. If it happens on Wednesday on like 2 p.m., something is wrong here, right? Because this isn't normal. So the ability to forecast that, the ability to see the trending, the ability to, reroute your network, this is very important. So we enable that.
What if I had, and I know it's kind of hard to think about it, but what if I had a system that was pretty legacy and couldn't install the software?
So there are a couple of different approaches. So I've talked to customers, right? So we've been around for a while, and 5 years ago we re-architected the whole platform, and this March we released the 9.1, and this is the new platform to manage networks. So you could, if you are an old customer, you actually, who's been using our software, we have a big wide installed base. You could actually do an in-place upgrade, or you would have to run it in parallel, depending on what platform you're running. A lot of our customers have actually installed it in parallel because it's a free upgrade if you're under contract. Seen the value of this, from thousands of events that they manage every day that show up in their browsers, going down to a few hundred, and being able to run it in parallel because that's the entitlement we give, and you reduce the risk of bringing down your network while you're testing new software, and then seamlessly switched over. For a lot of customers who use X number of tools and maybe 8-10 people to manage their network. The typical approach we recommend is that you get a fresh server, right? The server requirement is minimum, set it up there, and then transition over. And what this helps customers frankly do is take all their resources, whether the servers or the people who are managing these networks, or and redeploy them for other projects. Your number of projects in IT keeps going up, but your budgets don't. So you can redeploy your resources. And we have had several customers share these success stories with us.
And the best part is you're monitoring what you're doing, and you're saving yourself time, you're saving yourself money, and you might even just a little bit even more greener, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the green aspect of it, I've had this conversation with a couple of customers. Look at 10 servers going down to 1 or 2. Look at the power cost behind it, the cooling cost behind it, the data center space that you were using up, and then the consoles that you were using. It absolutely, there's a green angle to it, but more importantly for customers is their ability to streamline how they manage their network from one place, instead of what I call the swiveling chair syndrome, in which people are talking to each other and looking for data that really should be on one screen, and that's where you should be able to triage your problems.
I like the word triage and triage. That works well. Is there a white paper or maybe a book out there that an IT administrator can get their hands on to really get a good understanding of what this software does?
Absolutely. I think the simplest URL that your viewers will remember very easily is to go to hp.com/go/NMC, Network Management Center. So hp.com/go/NMC. This is the landing page which will take you to our blogs where we have interaction with customers. We share some stories that we've seen in the field, little videos that talk about what's new and how it helps our customers achieve their goals. And of course it leads to a number of different white papers, data sheets, case studies that you can work off of.
Anything third party that they could get their hands on?
So there are a few analyst papers that analysts have done. There's been a lot of press coverage recently about the Network Management Center 9.1, so you could search in the engines for that, or NMC 9.1. We were the product of the week in Information World recently. Network World, Information World, a lot of these different publications actually covered what we do. So you could look at those third-party things. There are analyst papers from Gartner and Forrester, and I did an interview with Dana Gartner, and that talks about this as well. So you should be able to find it very easily.
Do you have a Twitter account?
Yes, I do, and the handle is Kuthiala, my last name, Kuthiala, or HPNNMI. So that's one of our products, HPNNMI.
So if you have any questions, HPNNMI. That's NNMI stands for?
Network Node Manager I. And the other thing I would recommend is, if you have an interest in what we talked about today, is to search for Network Management Center blog, and you can search it on Google, and it's the first hit. There, my team and I and other product managers talk about this, and it leads to very different articles to read, both within in-house and out-house as well.
Well, Anish, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, Jeff. If you're looking for a solution, there you go. You can check it out over at hp.com/go, and they got everything over there. So that's HP Discovered for you. This is Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine and the Tech Podcast Network. See you next time.